I know a lot of you are probably down in the comments right now saying, "Whoa, Toxic talking about drama, something that never happens." But honestly, I just feel like this has gotten to the point where it really needs to be addressed, and honestly, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it because it's something pretty big. And before I even start this video, though, to Tiffany, the girl who's been involved in this entire situation, I just want to say you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, I hope everything's all right. I hope you're doing okay because she's been feeling very guilty about this. I've seen all her tweets about it, and I just hope that she's doing okay. I hope everything's all right. Take care of yourself, okay? But anyway, so basically, I want to cover most of the drama that happened because context is very important. So basically, he was just kind of talking about his unpopular opinion that YouTube advertisers pulling their ads in order to resolve some issues with the platform. He was expressing his unpopular opinion that he thinks that it's a good thing that they did that. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with having your opinion on that. But after some people kind of disagreed with him, he was like, "Wow, you guys just clearly never got a higher education." And this is when this girl Tiffany decides to respond, saying that, just because they have an opinion you don't like, it doesn't really mean that they don't have a higher education. And either way, even if you didn't have a education, you don't need one to have an opinion. And then she's like, "This is why I left your whole Palace fandom because there's just too much drama and just unneeded drama over YouTube ads." And then Corl decides you probably should have left the Palace fandom because you're 17 years old consuming content made for 6 to 12-year-olds. Um, to which she replies, "You probably didn't see the tweet, but I spent over $100 on my senior school jersey to have the pals written on the back of it. Honestly, I'm shaking my head." To which Coral decides to respond, "Cringe." And honestly, this entire altercation, or I don't really know the word, but this entire whole discussion on Twitter, honestly, I'm very disappointed in Coral, and it's kind of disgusting the behavior he's really showing in this, where he's like, "Wow, you're 17 years old. You're too old for the content I create. This is supposed to be for younger children, whatever." And honestly, first of all, there isn't really a whole age limit for content. Some people might find content interesting when they're a little kid, and some older people might also find it interesting and cool. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. But the part about the $100 on my this girl spent $100, over $100, just because she liked your channel or your whole crew, pals, whatever channel, a lot. It took she just was like, "Wow, I'm ashamed in you. I spent a lot of money. I'm a big fan." And then he's just like, "Cringe," and he just shows this whole attitude, and he's just so rude, and I think it's so messed up. And obviously, I'm not the only one. I'm more than sure all your favorite content creators are also talking about this. And honestly, this was pretty messed up, and it's kind of left Tiffany shaken since then. But it gets even more interesting, worse, I guess. I don't know. Because after this entire altercation, Dennis made a tweet saying that Cora was actually removed from the pals, and it gets even more just horrible, both on Coral's part and honestly on Tiffany. Tiffany, I hope you're doing okay because she's felt horrible and guilty and just really bad about this. As you can see in these tweets, I don't know. I have to refresh because this is old. But as you can see, I'm shaking. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Everyone hates me. And honestly, I just feel really bad because this is something she obviously, it's not really her fault, and I feel bad, okay? And then Coral, instead of apologizing, keep in mind that first altercation happened and I kid you guys not, this happened over half a week ago. Literally 4 days, 4.5 days pretty much, since the first entire thing. Literally all he had to do was apologize, and this entire whole thing about him getting kicked out of the pals and whatever, that obviously would not have happened if he just apologized. And instead of that, he decides what he's going to do is make up stuff about the pals. And he just, instead of just apologizing or anything, and after he gets kicked out of the pals, what's going through his mind? How can I make the pals look bad now that I'm not in it? And he really tried. In my mind, the pals started when Dennis and I met at 12. He was my best growing up, best friend, I'm assuming, my best. Today when I was kicked out of what we started, he didn't even call me or say anything to me at all. None of the pals have said anything to me other than a message saying I've been removed. the pals consisted of friends playing video games to make each other laugh is over. It's a business now. The pals aren't even friends. We only spoke to one another when we had to record videos. And honestly, even Dennis decided to respond to this one. This is a straight up lie. I live with Alex and he's one of my best friends. For God's sake, Brayden. I'm assuming Brayden is Corl in this. I don't really keep up enough with the pals to know who they are, but Brayden and I played games all the time together. Unbelievable that he's choosing to go out trying to manipulate you guys and tarnish the pal's image. And to which he actually brings in cringe. Obviously, that cringe being the whole response that even started the situation and something very rude. But honestly, I just feel really... It's such a horrible thing, and it's a big shame. Like, it's a real shame that Corl had to behave this way. It's honestly really messed up, the way he was acting. And again, instead of maybe learning, hey, I messed up. Let me just apologize. Or, you know what, I got removed from the pals, it's okay, whatever, I can move on with my life. No, instead of doing any of that, he shows how messed up he truly is. When he, instead of, just saying, you know what, I messed up, looking back on it. And that resulted in me being removed from the pals. Maybe I'll learn from this entire situation and become a better person. No, that did not go through his head at all. You know what, he's like, wow, you know what, the pals are horrible. They're not real pals, all this other stuff. And honestly, it's just really messed up. And, obviously, it's left this girl, Tiffany, just in a horrible mental state. And again, I really hope that she's doing okay. And I think it's really messed up, this entire situation. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments, though. But I think this entire situation is messed up. And honestly, it's just really disgusting behavior on Corl's behalf. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I don't know. This is just it's just a situation that makes me really frustrated. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.